I kind of always had the feeling that I wanted to IGL. I think I've always felt like I had a good eye for the game, and I think it came very natural once I started doing it, that it was what I was gonna do probably for the rest of my time playing. I'm Chr1zN, Christopher. I am the IGL of OG and I'm 18.
Explain your nickname.
Chr1zN is like a bit of a boring answer. I mean, as I said, my name is Christopher, so my nickname is Chris usually. I just went with that and then I put an N at the end, so yeah, nothing much to it.
Where did you grow up?
In Denmark, in like a smaller city on the more like central part, we're like kind of divided into 3 islands.
What is the earliest memory of your childhood?
I think maybe that would be like me coming to daycare and playing with my friends. Like, yeah, I think that must be it. But it's not that clear, not gonna lie, it's some years ago now.
And how would you describe your childhood?
I would say it was pretty good. I've always had very loving and supporting parents at the early stages of my life, where I kind of tried to figure out what was fun and not. I got a lot of support, so always felt loved and cherished, so that was nice.
How would you describe yourself?
I think I would describe myself as a caring and hardworking person. I think I uphold people to a high standard, because I also do so for myself. I think I'm very fair, and yeah, I treat people the way I wanted to be treated myself around.
When did you start playing Counter-Strike?
When I was about 11, I started. I got like, I think I have like 7 years or something now, yeah, at NCS, so quite a bit.
How did you grow into the leadership role?
I think it started very early on when I had to play in my first proper team. Back then I was like 12, 13. In Denmark we have these national leagues where you can play depending on what level you are. I started on like at one of the like second best leagues in Denmark that we have, and therefore there wasn't too many people who were like willing to play with like a 13-year-old back then. So I kind of had to play with my brother, who was 11 back at the time, and also actually Chr1zN, who now also plays at a high level on Ecstatic. I kind of always had the feeling that I wanted to IGL. I think I've always felt like I had a good eye for the game, and I think it came very natural once I started doing it, that it was what I was gonna do probably for the rest of my time playing.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that first pro match or that first LAN match that you had to go to with your team?
I mean, my first LAN match was actually in Norway, like real LAN match with OG.Dexsport back then. We had qualified in a very rough series against a Danish team, Atlantic, and it meant a lot for us to go. When we got to the match, we kind of choked a little, didn't feel too good, but I feel like it was a nice experience to have, because it was a bit different from what you usually get. Yeah, I haven't played too many, so it's always nice to try something new.
How old were you at the time?
16 or 17, I'm not sure actually.
Tell me your favorite map, your least favorite map, and a map you would like to see return.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite map is for sure Nuke. Bit of a boring answer since I'm a Dane, but yeah, I like that one quite a bit. The map that I dislike the most would probably be Dust 2. I think it's a bit boring, and it's a bit too similar each time. And I think if I would have a map return, it would probably, I think it could be nice with cache. I've seen some cache files being leaked, so yeah, that could be cool.
As a player, how would you describe yourself?
I think I'm very aggressive, but I play in a smart manner where I take a lot of calculated risks. I'm really fast at reacting to the information that we have, which of course is good for my calling, but also as an individual. So sometimes I can end up getting more space than you usually would, maybe because I'm faster to adapt, which I think benefits both me but also the team, of course, in the end. So I think space creator is probably the word I would put on myself.
What do you feel in a clutch situation?
Oh, when I start a clutch, I don't feel like I'm being anxious. Usually stay very focused and like controlled throughout, and then after the clutch, that's where like all the adrenaline like dumps, you know, and it sets in. So after, it's like you get a bit overwhelmed sometimes, you know, like through your body, and especially if you win a clutch, there's nothing better than that.
So far, and obviously still a short career, what would you say was the best moment?
winning with OG now, the CCTV one online, meant a lot to me. I think we've been grinding a lot, and after the addition of Nico, we've been showing really solid form, and I'm just happy we got to get a reward from that, basically, and also which it meant a lot for us going into the MRQ ranking, so it was really nice, and I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Do you realize that was the first tournament win of OG's history?
I didn't notice it at the time, but I got to understand afterwards that it was the case. So of course that's really nice, both for OG but also for me and the team. Hopefully we'll bring a lot more, but time will tell.
What would you say was your worst moment?
Last year with OG as well, when we didn't go to the RMR, that hurt quite a bit. I think being 2-1 in that Swiss and not making it through against teams I feel like we had a good chance against hurt, and it's something that I don't want to feel again. So hopefully that won't happen, and we'll grind it out from here on out and just have smooth sailing.
How do you deal with adversity?
Adversity?
Yeah. Bad times.
Or bad times?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have pretty good sleeping schedule.
No, not bad times.
Oh.
Bad.
Oh, bad times.
As in terrible times.
Yeah, okay, I understand. Okay. Yeah, bad times. That makes better sense, actually. So I was like, No, bad times. I mean, I feel like I'm very hard on myself. Usually the first 2 or 3 days, like after a result. I think afterwards I'm good at like reflecting on the situation that I've been in, so I think usually I gain something from it. That's something that I think is also a good quality of mine that I appreciate about myself. I also have a new dog, a little puppy, who's just turned a year, and he helps me quite a bit also releasing stress, so he's nice.
Do you feel that having to take care of the pet and the responsibility that comes with it kind of makes you grow?
I would say so, like for sure. Like I think the bond that I have with him is kind of like having a first child. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, of course, so I couldn't be able to tell. But I have really strong like feelings for him, and also like just whatever he does, I want to be around, kind of, which is crazy. I enjoy spending time with him, and I think it helps me a lot.
How do you tell your crush you love them?
Whew. That's a good question. Nowadays you just send DMs, like over Instagram. But no, I mean, probably meet up, I would say. Go on a date, show them a bit of the appreciation that you have for them, and yeah.
You're still very young, but is there any moment that made you question the career path that you chose?
I think the start of my NXT stint when I joined, it's hard because I think I was challenged quite a bit because the level of play was a bit higher than I'd been used to, so therefore I felt very uncomfortable at the start. Also with my calling, it had to elevate quite a bit. It took some time, but I think like 3 months, 6 months into it, I was very confident back again, and a lot of it also came down to my coach who helped me quite a bit back. At the time, I appreciated him quite a bit because I definitely had times there where I was doubting myself.
Who is your inspiration?
I think my dad, he inspires me a lot. He has a lot of great values that I hope to one day bring on in my own life. Also that I try to implement into my own life each and every day, so yeah.
What is your plan for the zombie apocalypse?
I don't know. I think I would probably be eaten very fast. I mean, probably stay close to my family. I live like on a big farm, so I mean, we could probably hide out there for a while before they came. I mean, when they came, I think it would be done. So yeah.
Tell me your favorite song, your favorite movie, and your favorite show.
I think my favorite song, I think it might be a Danish guy. He's called Chr1zN. I like quite a bit a song called Blå Himmel, which is like one of his biggest hits. It gets me in a good mood every time. So yeah, I like that one. I think for film, I don't watch that many films, which is kind of boring. So I don't really have like a favorite. But if I would go to like maybe more of a franchise that I love to enjoy and that I think is very magical, it would be Harry Potter, probably, that I've seen. Favorite show? Suits, actually. I've watched that one. I liked it quite a bit.
What is your goal at OG?
For sure, coming into the MRQ now, it would be to qualify for the major. I think we have a really good shot at it, and I see us as real contenders for it. Of course, there's a lot of really good teams playing here in Europe, and there's only 6 spots, so it's gonna be tough, but qualifying for a major for sure is the big one, and the one that we're aiming towards.
And what is your goal in life?
again, a bit of a boring answer, but probably to be happy. I mean, I think that's important, whatever you do, that you are happy with the people around you, but also just in the situation you're in. So yeah, I think that's like the best for both me, but probably just generally for people.
1 year from now, where do you want to be?
I hope 1 year from now that we're like gonna be playing at the big stages. I hope that we kind of get into the bubble of being within the, like, I would say top 15 teams in the world, so you end up having all the invites, which I think we definitely could play in all of those games, because I think we have the level. It's just more about a consistency factor. So with time, I think we will get there for sure, and I hope that's where we're going.